and I tell them that. Birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, my Pelicans forever. Yeah, ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
Shots. They basically got whatever they wanted. Threes, points in the paint. They got to the free throw line. Wasn't our night.
What would you like to see differently defensively from three-point land?
Without going into too much of like the specifics, we just wasn't ready to play. And it starts with me. Got to have us ready to play. And just our overall effort just wasn't there tonight.
Trey did have a good night, his first one back from injury. What did you see out of him that you liked?
Good to see him make some shots, be aggressive. Good to have him back. We would have liked to have a better showing than we did tonight, but we'll get back to the drawing board and keep moving.
And any further information you can give us on BI's toe?
I don't have anything at this time, but I'm sure he'll get some X-rays and imaging and see where we are.
Go to Zoom.
Okay, so you can lead us off, please. To get Trey those minutes late? Obviously, you put a lot of those guys in. Was that kind of just an opportunity to get him minutes at? He's missed some time there.
Yeah, he missed, I think, 3 games. So just trying to get him up to speed. And offensively, I thought he looked fine. Defensively, just overall as a group, that wasn't us.
Was there anything that you guys, do you think that, again, after the first quarter, kind of felt like the Boston game where things a little bit get better? How do you stop those big first quarters from happening?
We got to come out ready to play, and we wasn't. And like I said, that starts with me, having our team prepared, having us ready. Our game plan discipline was not up to par. They were the better team tonight. Thank you.
For all things Pelicans, that was Coach Willie, man. We up in this thing. Shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all joining us for this episode of the Pelican Post Game Report. We up in this thing, man. Pelicans go down, man. They manhandled by the Grizzlies, DC's little brothers, as he calls them, 132-111. And the little brothers showed the big brothers who was running it, actually, for tonight anyway. They even the regular series, season series off at 1 apiece. Pelicans take care of business on the 15th. The Grizzly return. We'll have an opportunity to get a shot at them the last day of the year, the 31st of December. We'll try to get a little payback going back to Memphis. But anyway, in this one, 132 to 111 DC. Pelicans out of this thing early, destroyed in the first quarter, and never led. They got ran up out of this thing, man. Let's get early on thoughts before we hit the team.
Yeah, I don't appreciate you trying to poke fun at my analogy of the little brother aspect. Everybody that got punched in their face by their little brother or something, he done ran off and went around your mom and them. You couldn't do nothing, bro. That's what happened to us tonight, bro.
I got 3 little brothers, and none of them ever punched me in my face. Let me tell you
You
something.
a goddamn bald face lie. Something happened to your ass. You don't want to tell nobody. But
Anyway, never.
Your little brothers did something.
They never disrespected, bro.
Oh, whatever, man. Stop making it all about you.
Do you have little brothers?
Move
DC?
on. Let's move on, man.
Anyway. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Like I was saying, man, the Pels just didn't have it tonight, bro. Honestly,
Damon?
Really? This is what we're doing here?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh my God. So disgusting. But anyway, the Pels ain't have it tonight, man. Willie thought he could trust them. They left back from the Spurs to go home for Thanksgiving. Obviously, in my opinion, that was a mistake that cost them this game. I just don't think the guys were prepared mentally. They didn't look focused. They didn't have the same type of energy. Shots wasn't falling. Memphis did make an effort to take Zion out of the game, but everybody makes that effort. So what was different tonight? It's just the guys just didn't have it, bro. They didn't have it, and it started in the first quarter. And it looked like that the whole game. So to me, it just looks like a team playing on 100% full charge. Memphis Grizzlies came in ready, man. Tip my hat to them. Yeah, they are little brothers. I say all that, but they showed up big tonight. They handled their business and did what they were supposed to do. And we didn't show up, man. This ain't the same team that I was watching this past week. They were lackadaisical, lethargic, in my opinion. They just lacked energy, couldn't execute, didn't have a great deal of intensity defensively. I think they'll be all right. It's just a quick turnaround for them, man. They went home and tried to fly out, I think, Thanksgiving night to be there for Friday and, with all the turkey and stuffing, and probably missed out on some sleep, just one day. So I'm not going to take too much into this. I think Pel's going to go ahead and move on, man. We'll face our next opponent and get back on track Monday.
Yes, indeed. We got OKC coming up on Monday, so it definitely the Pelicans should be pissed off enough to take it out on OKC.
Thank you, VB Saints Pels lady. I appreciate that. Yeah,
DC working on the home remedies up there and out there in the Great Island of Jamaica. So my shout out to you, my Rastafarian friend.
You gonna cook me some curry chicken?
I don't think that's a good recipe for whatever's going on that island out there, my brother.
I'm not getting no good sleep, man. I'm sure that chicken you cook with all that sugar in there, bro. Put me a nice little sugar cone and go my ass to sleep.
I don't think that was it. That was a year ago, and if you're still suffering with that, then you might need some milk or
magnesium. What you mean?
All right, so anyway, let's keep it going. All right, 37-86 by the Pelicans, 43% to straight up.
I have Lexa. I've been doing that. I'm on the tail end though.
Yeah, there you go. 47-91 by the Grizzlies, 51.6 on the field. 3-point shooting by the Pelicans, 10 of 31 for 32.3%. Very bad. 18 of 38 by the Grizzlies. They hit more of them for 47.4%. Pelicans did get to the line 31 times on the road, and I'm very proud that they did hit 87% of them, 31, versus the Grizzlies, 20 of 27, 74.1 up in this thing. Rebounds, the Grizzlies 46-41 with the edge there. Assists, Pelicans underneath the 30 marker, 26 apiece by both squads. Steals 9-4, 4 up on the blocks. Turnovers, Pelicans 13 versus 14 by the Grizz. 21 points off turnovers by the Pels, 17 by the Grizz. 22-11 fast break points. Grizz 56-48 points in the paint. Grizz, Pelicans never led in this thing, and they were out of it early, playing from behind the whole game. And at one point, Grizzlies had it up by as much as 36 points. The ball was falling for them and not the Pelicans. DC, let's cover it.
Yeah, man, you ain't gotta look too much further than the percentages, man. I mean, you got Memphis shooting 50%. We shooting 43%. That's the story there. Couldn't make a shot, man. You look at the 3-point percentage. You got Memphis shooting 47%. We had 32. The only one we won out of the percentage battles, we did what we had to do at the line. So that was a good thing. We got out rebounded. You know what I mean? They matched us in assists. We had more steals, but same amount of turnovers, man. And the statistic to me that just jumps off the page, because I don't see this a lot with the Pelicans. And this is how I know we just didn't have it tonight, bro. 48 points in the paint, Q. I rarely ever see this team get 48 points in the paint, bro. Then you got Memphis get 56. You know, we usually don't get outpointed in the painted. You know what I mean? We always usually lead that category. That's very rare to see that happen. And as you go into the team the individual statistics, you'll see why. So we just couldn't get no shots to fall, man. We weren't stopping them from making any shots. And just inability to get easy buckets.
Yeah, very true, man. It was really falling for the Grizzlies, man. It really was, man. And they were working their thing, and it was just that energy was flowing at home for the Grizzlies. And Pelicans just have to come back on that thing. We'll see them about before the year ends. Let's go individual, man, and get to the bottom of that. In the matchup, looking at the Grizzlies, Zion Williamson, with the starters, and of course we could talk about Trey Murphy with his 21 off the bench. We'll go with the starters. 14 points, but Zion in 30 minutes, he was 6 of 12 from the field. 14, 5, and 4 assists for him in the matchup. Not much shaking on that. Not really a lot from some of our starters. Herb Jones did have
points in the
13
paint right
points.
there, Big Q.
I know. There you go. 13 points by Herb in 23 minutes, 4 of 11 from the field, 2 of 4 from downtown, 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. Jose Alvarado in 22 minutes, he was 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from downtown, finished with 7 points, 4 rebounds, and a couple of assists. He did have a steal. 4 points by Valanciunas, DC, 17 minutes, 2 of 5. Not much shaking against Big V. Was matched up against Steven Adams. Should have had a better performance. He did not. Only 17 minutes played, 2 of 5. He did have 5 personal fouls in the matchup that kind of stopped him and kind of messed up his flow to a degree, but not really as physical or really as skilled as you would like to see Valanciunas kind of school Steven Adams in this game. 4 points and 3 rebounds for him in the matchup. As you go to the bench, BI going to BI 8 points, 18 minutes, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, and of course BI did exit the game in the second quarter with that sprained toe. And of course you did hear what Coach Willie was talking about, and we'll kind of probably move on into the week, and we'll get more information about that as well. And then hitting the bench, going to the second line, Trey Murphy was everything off the bench, 21 points in 26 minutes, 7 of 4 from the field. He only hit 1 3-pointer, 1 of 6 from downtown, but 6 of 7 from the charity stripe. He finished with 21 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal for him. 9 points, 2 9-points. Scores by Dyson Daniels, 9 points and 6 assists, 5 rebounds in 25 minutes of action. 9 from Najee Marshall in 14 minutes, 3 of 6 from the field, 3 of 5 from downtown. He finished with 9 and 2 rebounds, 1 assist from him, and several other players below that mark. 6 from Garrett Temple, 6 from Billy Hernan Gomez, 5 apiece by Jackson Hayes. He had 5. So did Graham in 14 minutes, had 5 points. Jackson, 12 minutes. He was 1 of 5 from the field, 0 for 3 from downtown, 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. Jackson Hayes, 5 points. DC, 0 for 3 from downtown. We pointed that out. And, of course, if you go to the top guys for them, of course, it is going to be several players, but in particular, Dillon Brooks, 25 points in the matchup for him. 23 by Ja Morant, 20 by Jaren Jackson. So 20-plus scores helping the Grizzlies. And they shot pretty damn good in the game, run off the Pelicans, actually manhandled them in this affair. So individuals, DC, 3 guys, man. Who you got?
Who play good?
Good or bad? Three guys, impact, non-impact, or impact otherwise.
Well, I mean, Zion obviously is just a bad night for him. He still shoots 50%. Defensively, obviously, you want more from the whole team. He definitely had to take more shots than 12, but I understood the defense tried to crowd him and take away his possessions, force other guys to beat him. You know, but I mean, the only person to me watching this game that I really liked, well, it was two, would be Mr. Trey Murphy. Obviously, you know, he did his thing. Happy to see him back. Couldn't believe he only went 1 for 6 from 3-point line, though. That was a bit weird. He still wound up with 21 points. That's huge to me for him, you know, because all those other aspects of his game are constantly growing, man. The fact that Trey can get 21 points while only 3 of those coming from the 3-point line is that's a major, major big deal to me going forward for what he can be and how he can continue to grow. And Dyson Daniels, man, he, you know, he went out there and he was playing like the game was tied up, bro. You know, I love seeing him out there, and his minutes were very impactful, albeit, you know, the game was pretty much out of hand most of the time he was playing, but he gave you 9 points. You know what I mean? He did turn the ball over, gave you 3 turnovers, but he a rookie, still trying to figure it out. 6 assists, 5 rebounds. You know what I mean? Got 2 from the free throw line. He ain't been missing none of them from the free throw line since he missed that one kill that game. So shout out to Dyson Daniels and Trey Murphy, man. Everybody else was ho-hum. We got outdid on all of our individual matchups, man, top to bottom. Big V was a huge disappointment to me, especially going against Steven Adams. I would think he would be able to get a little something going against Steven Adams, even though he's no slouch defensively, but come on, man. Got to do better than 2 for 5 for 4 points. You know what I mean? That's embarrassing, man. 4 turnovers at that too. He had as many turnovers as points. It's not what I want to see from Big V. And then he only gets 3 rebounds. Wow. Albeit in 17 minutes, but man, I mean, Steven Adams can't have your number that bad, bro. You definitely can get up and come to play better than that. So huge disappointment there. Obviously, it's disappointing to see BI got hurt. You know what I mean? But wasn't like we were doing great when he was out there either. Everybody was just off, not playing very well. You know, just got to take this one, bro. Go ahead, burn the film, ball it up, throw it away, and then move on, man.
Yeah, this is definitely a burner in terms of throwing it in the trash can and letting it twist in the wind, man. This is one of the games where you coming off of a holiday, and obviously the Pelicans were in holiday mode. They weren't in kick-ass mode and let's improve and get our 12th win mode. You can see the disappointment in Coach Willie's face when he was up there during the press conference. He was really disappointed because his team didn't show up to play. So, but
let go of the rope, bro.
Indeed, that's his verbiage. That's Willie's verbiage, man. They let go of the rope. But anyway, let's move into the next matchup, DC, because I think this will be a medicine game of sort, but for the Pelicans as they come home. You know, after having a little road trip, a little mini trip bouncing here or there, they come home for a little relaxation here. They did a little too much on Thanksgiving there on their way to Memphis, and it cost us a good victory, but we'll rehab. Still plenty of games to play. Pelicans fall to 11-8, 6-3 at home, welcoming the OKC Thunder, who's 7-11, 3 of 6. Top scorer for the team, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 31 points per. This guy's averaging over 31 points a game, 31.1 to be exact. He shoots almost 52% from the field. Top rebounder is Josh Giddey, 7 rebounds a matchup, and Shai is the top assist man, 6.3. So Giddey and Shai, these are 2 really talented players for OKC, man, and they still have some other players around. This team is not ready to compete right now, but man, when they finally get all those guys on the court and build a little depth, they're gonna be a little something to watch down the road. Zion Williamson, top scorer for the Pelicans, 23.1. Valanciunas is the top rebound at 9.3, and McCollum 6.1. Now DC day to day on BI, we know CJ was out dealing with his illness, so. With that being said, man,
Yeah, me and CJ probably got the same shit.
yeah. So with that being said, we got this team approaching, man, and right now, as it appears, they're on a triple game losing streak. I think they played tonight too as well. No, they broke it. They broke their 3-game losing streak by beating the Bulls 123-119, and then they have the Rockets coming up before we see them on the 26th. They got the Rockets on the 26th, and then the Pelicans, of course, on the 28th. So they got the Rockets before they see us. So anyway, this is our next matchup is the Pelicans on the 28th of I think that's Monday. We see this team. Let's dig into it.
Yeah, man, it's be an interesting matchup, man. I'm hoping to see a guy like Dyson Daniels get some minutes. I know Willie Green really pays attention to these guys and tries to find ways to play them. Knowing that Dyson Daniels is good buddies with what's the little guy name? Damn, I can't remember his name. Their starting point guard plays alongside of Shea, man. A kid from Australia, Giddy. I want to see what he looks like on him. I think this is a game that we potentially could see coming out party from Dice. You got BI down. CJ might still be out, so he's going to get extended minutes. And the W, I think, going to go on the hands of the whole team. We're obviously the more talented team than OKC, but they're not just going to lay down and give it to us. We will be at home, so have a little bit of that home cooking, which usually means shots going to fall for us. But I'm really excited to see the Dyson Daniels matchup with Giddy because I think that's who they will put him on. And we got to basically try and contend with Shy. That's pretty much the engine making this team go. I think Oklahoma is not as bad as people think when they hear their name. If you go in there playing games with Oklahoma, man, they can definitely get a victory on you. So we gotta do our thing. Come out here, shake this off. I think they should use this game as a way to overcome the way they played here tonight in Memphis. I don't think we should play down to our competition like we do sometimes, which we haven't been doing lately. And this is a team of the same caliber of the Golden State Warriors without Steph and Wiggins and all of those guys. They're along the same lines of that team, man, and the San Antonio Spurs. They're probably more talented than the San Antonio Spurs, but they take an L when you look at coaching. So it's one of those teams that we were blowing out last week. So we should go in there and look to try to have another dominant performance. And I'm really hoping we do that, especially because of what I said earlier. I really would like to see Dyson Daniels get some extended minutes against his Australian mate, Josh Giddey.
Yeah. This should be the Pelicans should go in there and run over this team, to be honest with you. I mean, they do have some interesting young players, but they're nowhere even close to being complete. So, I mean, they should, I'm not saying they're garbage, but the Pelicans, if we thinking the Pelicans on a certain level, and we know obviously OKC is not on the same level with the Pelicans. So the Pelicans, this is the first of the regular season series with this squad, and then they have another matchup on the 23rd of December as they go to OKC with that thing. So first matchup against this team, these need to be 4 wins when you're talking about the Thunder. The Pelicans really need to give the type of beat down that the Grizzlies gave to us tonight. That's what kind of beat down we need to do to the OKC Thunder to kind of right the ship and let Willie know, man, we back on full. We was just tripping. We had too much stuffing, too much turkey, too much potato salad. That's what happened.
It was the candy yams that did it to him, bro. That was the one that got him. You got to mention them.
Yeah, the candy yams, the potato, the sweet potato pies, all that stuff that slowed the pellet was in their stomach, slowed them down in the matchup. They got to show that they shook that off and they ready to kick some tail, man. So yeah, this should be one of those matchups with the Pelicans back home Monday night, run over the OKC Thunder. So that's how I see it, man. We got to get that 12th win and keep on climbing. So yeah, big ups to that thought process, and big ups to the family. Appreciate y'all being in this episode of the Pelican Post Game Report. Please feel free, family, if you hadn't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber, and join the flock today. Much love to the fam. Appreciate all of you guys. Jay Carve in the building, Brother Thomas in the building, T in the building, Wayne, shout out to you, Jay Black, VB Pels lady, Jessica, shout out to you, Chad, shout out to you, good to see you, Slim, shout out to you. What's up, Alexa? Shout out to you too as well. Much love. Woo's in the building as well. Good to see all the fam. Got to give everybody individual love. Much love to you guys. Aramis is in the building as well. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you, brother Trey. What's popping, Trey? Shout out to you as well. Good to see you in the building. Lonnie's in the building. Shout out to you, fam. Brother Damien, what's up, bro? I see that. Yeah, I see that, bro. Shout out to the Green Wave, man. Green Wave made the conference championship. I was trying to see about figuring out what time it was. I know LSU plays at, I think, 6 o'clock. I want to say, I think the SEC championship game is for 6. I want to say it's either 3 or 6. I'm going to have to look it up. I would want to check that Tulane game out. It's going to be in Tulane Stadium. Whoever the team is tomorrow. So congratulations to the Green Wave.
Congratulations, Dave, bro. I know he happy, bro.
Green Wave did a wonderful job, man, this year. I got to give it to the people. Hopefully they can build on this success too, man. That's a really great situation. Really proud of LSU and Tulane, our area teams, man, doing their thing. Really proud of those teams, man. Really great year for college football in at least in the southern portion of the state. All right. Shout out to you, brother Wallace. And 3 or 6. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, we'll see what time it is. I'm thinking it's probably going right at the same damn time. I promise you. So shout out to all the fam. Appreciate y'all being in the stream as well. We're gonna go into the segment. We haven't opened the phone lines up in a little bit, but we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna open the phone lines up for the family members to chime in, and you know how we usually do it. We're gonna post the link in the comment section and then pin it. So just give me a second. Y'all can feel free, family, to chime in on the Pell line and holler at us. Let us know your thoughts as well as we keep this bucking and moving up in this thing. So shout out to the fam. Hit the subscribe button if you hadn't felt if you didn't hit it in the like button. Also, feel free to share, fam. Share that on the social media feed. Let we know we up in this thing. All right, so there we go. It's pinned to that. So family, you can feel free to put your thoughts in on what you think is, what's up with the Pelicans. Are you liking how the Pelicans are playing? Talk to us. What you think they need to do? What players, what lineups you think the Pelicans can go to? If you got any comments or questions, please feel free to put them in the chat, baby. We're going to talk about it. So we're up in this thing, man. DC hanging strong, man. He down there getting some fresh air off the coast of the island. So, he be
man,
doing
if I was
good,
on the island, I wouldn't be sounding like this.
I think you kind of sounded like that, brother. You might have ate a bad coconut or something, brother. So I love you.
Man, they don't even have no coconuts right now, man.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. So anyway, let's bring in Jay Black. We see Jay Black, Trey, and the rest of the family members. We're going to bring them on in. Jay Black, shout out to you, my brother. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Brother Trey's in this thing. Shout out to you, my brother. And welcome to the show. How y'all doing, brothers?
Great. That's Jay Black.
Go Pels, baby.
Yeah, I can hear you, Jay Black. I can hear you, bro. Shout out to you, brothers. First, we're gonna start with you, Jay Black. You got it first, and we're gonna pass it on to Trey.
A bad loss. What I'm seeing is teams are mimicking what the Celtics did to us. There's a lot of Spain pick and roll, high pick and roll. That's really, matter of fact, not high pick and roll, guard to guard pick and roll. So our communication is bad defensively with our guards. We kind of depend on our communication with defense through our big man. So Big V usually call the defensive calls. Like if he gonna ice, if he gonna press, or he gonna double team, or he gonna stay at the level of a defender, but the other defenders are not communicating as good as well. Simple plays, not really, they ain't simple, but they need to communicate better defensively between the guards. And Dyson, you need to play more.
Right.
I seen the second quarter. The second quarter really irritated me. Dyson Daniels was in. Herb Jones was in. We was holding them to, I believe, 16 points. 16 points before B.I. got hurt. B.I. got hurt. They scored a 2-pointer. Then they got another 2-point layup because B.I. was kind of on the sideline. He tried to jump back in. They got a little, and still we was playing good defense with 4-on-5. They scored a point. Then they came down the next play, and John Morant got a late 3-point damn near half court shot, and then they got an end of the quarter 3-pointer. So they scored 10 points in like 3 minutes, where we was holding them, or they scored 8 to 10 points in that second quarter where we was going. But then I didn't see that lineup no more. I didn't see Herb and Dyson play together after that. I was disappointed. I don't know why I didn't see that no more, but I don't know. That I fall that on the coach. If you see something working, you keep going with it until they know what to do. We wasn't getting a lot of offense in the second quarter, but our defense was up to par, and our offense just didn't come through tonight. But our defense was good for 2 quarters. The second and the fourth, and that's all I gotta say right now.
All right, Jay Black, good commentary as usual, bro. I agree with
Jay
the
Black.
majority of what you saying, bro. You own it. But Willie, man, he trusts his guys, man. Once he give you some rope and kind of that leeway, bro, he not gonna go against him. You got Jose Alvarado. He had to fight for those minutes. He just gonna trust his guys, bro. That's the only thing I don't like sometimes about his rotations. Like, it's clear to us, man, that guy should be out there, or you should leave him out there this game, and he'll kind of lead. He trusts his guys, man, and overall it's been working so far, so I can't really say I'm too mad at Coach, but I definitely like seeing Dice out there, man. The defense is, when you put him out there with Jose Alvarado or Herb Jones, man, our defense is ridiculous, bro.
That's the
I
lineup
remember that
I
one
want to
game
see.
they had when they had all 3 of them out there. They was
That was
causing all type of havoc, bro.
that was last game. We had them out there last game.
Yeah,
I want
Golden State.
that lineup with Zion and Valanciunas on the floor. I want to see let's see what that look like. So we can get the points from Zion and Valanciunas, and we can get the defense from those 3. That's what I want to see. But
Well, I
he don't
think we
want to do
did that
that
this game. We did that this game.
for a long period, for like 2
Oh no,
quarters.
we ain't gonna get that. He got
I
too many
know.
people to play. He got like a 12 deep. We like a 12-man rotation. So he be trying to get everybody in.
I know that.
but I feel like guys should earn their minutes game by game sometimes, man. You gotta see who hot and who's doing really well, and somebody who's supposed to get some minutes. Hey, you might just be out this game, bro. He hot right now.
Or Trey Murphy for Herb Jones, either one of those. I would like to see that lineup too. We can get some threes from Trey.
Since you said Trey Murphy needs to start, I'm sorry. I've seen it. I've seen it enough. Last year, I said Jackson Hayes needs to start. This year, I'm saying Trey Murphy needs to start. I think Herb needs to go to the bench. He hesitant on his threes. He's more of a playmaker. He give us defense. His defensive unit need to go with Dyson Daniels. I need to see Trey Murphy with Zion for the spacing. I think they playing. I think they playing off of him too much. They playing off of him and Big V.
You gonna have him out there with CJ too? So CJ, Trey, Bi, Zion, and JV.
Yeah, there's no problem with that.
Okay.
You got size. Trey Murphy give you rebounding. When Zion not give like this night, who was the top rebounder? Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels was the top rebounder.
Right.
What? Oh well, he was tied with everybody. 5. He was the top assist, top rebounder, and the top scorer was Trey Murphy with 21.
I like your lineup, but I would change one thing.
What?
I would move JV to the bench. Because if I'm gonna play Trey, right? Unless we playing like a Denver Nuggets team or something like that, you know what I mean? If I'm gonna play Trey, bro, and I move JV to the bench with that lineup, like we could damn near switch everything. And I feel like Larry Nance is a better defender, and with that lineup, with Herb going out, we go down a little defensively. I'm not worried about rebounds with Zion and Bi out there and Trey. So I take JV out and put him with the second unit.
Then they have a way to attack because they could attack Big V in the high pick and roll, spread the court. What teams that got five? They run the five out like the Celtics. They got Al Horford as the center, so he don't have to play in the post. He don't have to be at the post at all. He's always outside. So and plus he could attack the if he could pump fake and attack your drive, your closeout. So teams like that got a big that could stretch. Big V, because when you in a pick and roll, we are limited to the type of defense that you could run with him. So if you put him on a bench with that, you would put anybody on a bench with Jose, Dyson Daniels, Herb Jones. Our defense,
I think he'll call that. He would go to work with the second unit, man. You're a Big V, 25 points a game, easy. Second unit, bro.
He's gonna be fresh every time.
20 minutes going against second units, bro. He'll carve them up, bro.
He got 17 minutes today. He don't get that many minutes.
He normally get about 26. He get about 26. Well, he out there with B.I., Zion. You know what I mean? Like, got a lot of mouth got to be fed.
With Valanciunas, man, is interesting, man. He doesn't play consistent. Like, if he have these, he don't play a consistent 20, 25 minutes a game. He had 17 tonight. He had 5 personal fouls. You know, tonight was a game that he was supposed to step up and show up because he had a defender around his same athletic acumen. So he should have had a better performance against Steven Adams. It wasn't like he was going at Ayton. He wasn't playing him. He had this guy was his athletic equivalent.
You're right.
He looked shitty out there. So
what you think about him going to the second unit? Like I'm saying, Jay Black gave me a little pushback on it.
No, DC, I absolutely love that idea, and I'm gonna tell you why I love it. Because Larry Nance is a better defender than Valanciunas.
He is.
Larry Nance can guard multiple positions. He switches well. He finishes well at the basket. He's a hustler. He's a very intelligent ball player. He knows what he's looking at. He fits well in that system, and I think you play him when it's appropriate. Like if you have a 7-footer, if you're going up against guys like the big guy in Denver or guys like
Choke it.
Guys like that or Adams, like we played tonight, then of course you would use your 7-footer. But I like that. And of course the idea what Fallon was talking about Trey Murphy. I think that Willie should experiment with moving Trey Murphy into the starting lineup and moving Herb out of that thing. He gives you size. He's not even close to the type of defender that Herb is, but he gives you that shooting edge. He'll be having wide open shots all night. So, and of course, having Jose Alvarado, like Trey was talking about with Jose and Herb and them guys.
Herb, Trey, man, that's your bench.
But it can be something that he needs to experiment. I think Willie does.
You got Big V, and you probably could mix. You still can mix Devontae Graham in there somewhere too.
You got Najee Marshall. We got a bunch of
Trade Devontae Graham.
Nah, he been playing good though. I don't know about that.
Let me bring another family member into it. Wallace, are you there, bro?
Curtis is looking.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up, Big Q? What's up, everybody? Happy Thanksgiving.
What's that, Wallace?
Happy Thanksgiving, brother Wallace. Good to hear from you.
Appreciate it, bro. You got all the family members had a chance to chime in, bro. You have any thoughts you want to add to the chat?
Only thing I want to say, bro, man, Willie, when he let them boys go home, bro, for Thanksgiving, he should have kept them there, bro. And you didn't win enough games yet to go ahead on and go to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Should have kept them now, and then it would have been in a better move, bro. Cause they was tired. You can tell them boys was full, bro. Them boys was full, partying and drinking and whatever. They cut loose for that little one day, and they came back to try to play like y'all was saying, bro. Catching the flight and all that there. They wasn't ready, man, because you saw the tiredness. Yeah. You know, I didn't see nothing. Yeah, that was on Willie. That loss was on Willie, man. That was on him, bro. He know that. He got to get him back. But like I said, what they was in third place, huh?
I think it was in second place. Yeah,
we was in third. We was in third.
We was in third?
Yeah, so we probably got back down to about 5 or 6, but we'll be back. Monday. We'll be back in this thing, bro. But you know, Willie
I think
Willie
he's still.
did like I hate this coach. I'm about to say our coach. I forgot his name, bro. What's his name?
What's the
Which one?
team?
Coach for the Saints. I hate to
Dennis
say his
Allen?
name, man.
Dennis Allen.
Yeah, he did what Dennis Allen did, bro. When he let them boys take a break, man. Willie shouldn't have did that because last year what there was 13. There was 13 and what 1.
Last
I
year,
don't
13 and 1.
remember
I
us
think it
being
was
13
opposite of
and
that.
1.
What the Pelicans was last year when they first started off about
We
It
was
was
13.
like 1 and
3
13,
and
13.
something like
16.
that.
3 and
Yeah,
13.
it was
No,
bad.
3 and 16. That's right. They
3 and
got all the way
16.
up to 3 and 16.
Yeah, well he should have before he should have just stayed on their ass. That's all I'm saying, bro. It's not time for them to just all right, y'all been doing good. I'm gonna let y'all go home for the holiday. No, it's not about that. You for to play basketball. That's what you do. You get away from your family. You want to be an NBA player. You got to keep track on this shit. Don't let the rope go. He let the rope go.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And it showed. We don't want the Pelicans to go to losing now. This is all we got right now. You did.
Yes.
But since the Pelicans lost, I believe the Saints gonna win, bro. Everybody talking that shit, talking about 49ers gonna beat us and all this stuff here. Don't be surprised them boys come ready to play. I'm
This is
telling you.
Pelicans channel, Brother Wallace, but I have zero faith in Dennis Allen. We ain't
But
gonna
look,
win that game.
hey, bro, I just wanted to say that to y'all and happy holidays to y'all, my brother. So I'm gonna
All
sit
right,
back
Brother
and listen,
Wild.
babe.
Shout out to you, Brother Wallace. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
you're right, Big Q.
Shout out to the fam, man. Appreciate y'all being in here. Feel free if you want to get in with the rest of the family. Jay Black and Brother Trey, myself and DC and Brother Wallace. Please feel free to hit the link. It's attached to the top of the chat. You hit that link, you can pop in the string, give your 1s and 2s on the Pelicans, and what the Pelicans need to do to kind of right the ship. Going back to Brother Wallace's point about he just made about Coach Willie. Saying the Pelicans let go of the rope. Well, using his verbiage because he likes to use that verbiage is let go of the rope or holding on to the rope as he uses. It's interesting because Coach Willie did, in the conversation in the press conference, did say that it was on him, and he looked a bit disappointed because I thought he felt his team was mature enough to be able to handle getting a holiday off and then responding with a noteworthy performance after on holiday. He looked a little disappointed that they weren't able to do that. So he's a young coach, and remember, he's only in his second year. And even though he acts the part of a savvy 5 to 10-year-old veteran, how he handles himself as a head coach, but he really just in his second year of trying to figure out the squad. And we got so much going on with this team. So a lot of basketball left to go. We got a really inferior foe coming up in OKC, man. Let me get thoughts on from the panel how you think the Pelicans beat the Thunder. Jay Black, what you think, bro?
I just think it's multiple ways. I just think we need to stop being so rigid with our lineup. Like, I don't think he experimented enough or tried enough different lineups. Like, he never put like Zion at the point and have God damn, we don't got that many shooters. So can he put Zion at the point? I just think we need to try different lineups. Oh, the Dyson Daniels at a point guard. I seen that for the whole fourth quarter. I was watching the
I
whole
like
fourth
that, Jay
quarter.
Black. I'm with you, brother.
Yo, they gotta play him at the point guard.
Y'all think you ready for that?
Shit, he showed it in the game.
He a natural, bro. He's a
He
natural.
natural.
But
He's
I'm
a natural
saying
point guard.
I know
I don't
a
know.
couple of performances. I seen him, like tonight he did well. But you think is Coach Willie ready to kind of bestow him with that honor? Before y'all give me the comment on that, let me shout out to Brother Thomas with the super chat. Thank you, Brother Thomas. He says since it was Thanksgiving, he says we gonna have to treat this one like DA would, just a bad day at the office, too much turkey and stuffing, fam. Shout out to Brother Thomas for that super chat. All right, family, y'all, go ahead and answer that one, man, because that's the thing. We looked at what happened with Dyson Daniels, and Willie gave him a little room before, and then he missed them 2 free throws right there. Then you ain't seen him for a while. Do you think Willie trusts him enough to bestow that type of that honor on him to be able to do that? That's the question I have, because I know Dyson Daniels is defensively talented and as well as distributing the ball, but is Willie trusting him enough to give him that?
You ask me, he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that because we got too many guards first and foremost. I'm just saying this. Once I seen it, and I seen how Jackson Hayes was getting open shots. I seen how Willie Herman Gomez was getting open layups. I seen Garrett Temple getting open shots, and all based off of him, he could rebound. He can start to break. Everybody was running with him. He forces people to run. Like, as a guard playing a guard, you don't run your hardest unless it's a guard is going to pass. They know he's going to pass. So they out running. Soon as they grab a rebound, they going. They don't run like that with every guard. Like if they grab the rebound, they don't run like that all the time. So if you could get players to motivate them to run by the guard, I think they should try it just to see if it works. But I don't think he'll do it because we got Kyra coming back. We got Jose. We got it's so many guards. We got CJ playing a guard. Unless they're gonna have CJ play with Jose or when CJ come back, I don't know. I don't see it happening. I just don't see it.
Herb not no shooter. He should be coming off the bench.
Yeah, but he a playmaker. He did improve shooting.
I'm talking about this game here. This game here, he should have came off the bench. Once Willie saw that Herb had all these open shots for these threes and he was missing them, he should have just took him out and put somebody else in. Like Trey,
he got too much faith in Herb. Like he was saying, he got faith in his guys.
See, Willie got to understand these guys when he see that somebody having a bad day. Well, sit them down, put somebody else in, because you got a lot of talent on your team. You got to play. You got to play people. You trying to win. You ain't got no favoritism. You trying to win a game here, so you do whatever necessary.
I hear you, brother, but I think the lineup of the future.
A coach supposed to know all his players when they're not playing right, they're not having a good day. Well, you sit them down. You put somebody else in. You don't keep losing.
That's what Antonio Daniels always talking about. One of his favorite things he like to say is KYP, know your personnel.
Right.
So that's whether that's your opponent or the team that you're coaching. You're supposed to look at them and see whether or not they brung it that night. And if they hadn't brung it, you're going to have to kind of move them out of the way and try to get somebody in there.
Right. You should have played that other dude. What's his name? Q? Willie? What's his name?
Billy Hernan Gomez.
Yeah, you should have let him play.
Hell no.
He can't play defense, bro.
No, you seen what happened to him in the fourth quarter?
I know, but just let him come in and see what he can do.
He was getting scorched. Oh, no. Yo, Jared Jackson was going at him. He scored 8 points straight in a row on Billy defense.
Before I lose a game, I'm going to play everybody. That's all I'm saying.
Billy Herman Gomez is a walking double-double. We know that, bro. So why he don't get out there? It's because he can't play defense.
He can't play defense.
It just depends. Like, does Herb give a bigger spark than Trey does? Like, who gives the bigger spark?
Man, Herb should just take it to the goal every time he get the ball.
Thing that y'all left from, and somebody made a comment about it. They were saying about Dyson Daniels. That might have been you, Jay Black. I think that's the lineup of the future to me. Obviously, I'm not against Herb being a star lineup, but I think it's eventually going to be Dyson Daniels replacing Herb Jones. Because think about it. He can do a lot of what Herb could do defensively. And then he gives you the facilitation that we need when CJ can't quite figure it out, or when he need to be off ball and he could facilitate for everybody else. I think that might be closer to
You
where
talk,
we go in the future. If he prove he
you
can
talking
knock
about
down
starting?
that 3-point shot.
Yeah, he's talking about
Yeah, probably
starting.
next year though, not this year.
Yeah, nah, there's no. I don't see no way that's happening in 1 year. Willie is firm on his players. Unless Herb fall up, like, I don't know. Something had to
Somebody gonna get
drastically
hurt
happen.
at some point, Jay Black, and Dice is gonna continue to prove himself, bro. They gonna keep
I
giving
just
him
wish he could
opportunity.
shoot
He
the
gonna
three a
keep
little bit
proving himself.
better.
He gonna earn it just the same way Jose Alvarado did.
No, but Jose ain't a starter. Like Jose
But
is,
I'm just
he on the
saying, like,
bench.
we wasn't playing him at all.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
we
Oh
got
no,
to a
he gonna
point
play.
where we had to play him.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
the same thing gonna happen with Dice at some point. Somebody gonna have an injury that we really need,
Well,
and they gonna give him a chance to prove himself.
Well, Bi hurt. He gonna be out for like 3 to 5 games. Based off of how our medical staff, Bi's gonna be out for like 3 to 5 games. Whatever is a toe or a foot contusion, we're out 3 to 5 games. It doesn't matter if he stubbed his toe, whatever. They are super conservative. They gonna keep him out for at least like 3 to 5 games.
He got some lingering foot issues, man. I think he has a problem with his toe that they don't talk about it a lot. But if y'all remember before the start of the season, B.I. had issues with his toe.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Probably that same toe. Like, he keeps banging it up. He's got some type of toe issue, man. They don't talk about it a lot. But when you go back and look, B.I. had a lot of little foot and toe problems. There's always something with that big toe. So yeah.
It's a lot of different things that I see that can happen.
Damn shoe or something, man. Padded shoe. Give him some padded shoes.
Give him a padded shoe.
Do something shit.
What, he gonna have one of them big ass Doc Martin boots?
That's right.
Yeah.
Put some of them Kanye boots on him.
No, we're gonna put some Rick Smiths on them. That's what we're gonna do.
Man, them boys was tired, hung over, full. That's all. He tripped over his damn toe because he was tired.
I just think we got a lot of different options. There's so many options on this team. I think
I was looking for that 12th win, man.
we would have been in second place.
We'd have been in first if we'd have won tonight.
First, I don't know about that.
I think so, because did
Denver lost?
I don't know.
Who number one? Oh, Phoenix. Phoenix number one.
No, Phoenix not number one. Phoenix is was behind us. I think Phoenix was like
Phoenix
was second, huh? Yeah,
Phoenix
right
on the screen,
number 6.
Phoenix is number one.
Phoenix is number one, man. Yeah, they play. That's who our model supposed to be, is like Phoenix. They play hard in the regular season, but Boston showed me they're the best team I've seen us play so far. Is Boston?
Yeah, Boston definitely got that heater.
Yeah, well, we gotta play Milwaukee too, but I think we're on their tier though, because once everybody was locked in, everybody was playing their hardest. We got beat pretty bad, but I've seen some positive things that we can do against them. So, and I just think Trey needs to start. I would say that because his height,
he proved himself.
Because his height, and he give us defensive rebounds when they pull Big V away from the rim. Zion is more of an offensive rebound type of guy. He got better, but he's not giving us enough defensive rebound. And his size is not deterring people from attacking the rim if they pull Big V away. They pull Big V away, they attack the rim all day because it ain't no secondary height like we had last year. Last year we had Jackson Hayes playing the 4.
Right.
We had extra height. We don't have extra height now. So
we need another shooter. Another center, big center or something, man. We don't need much. But we need something.
I just think people need to play the better. And when we get Nerlens Noel, that is I don't know what we'd give up to get him, but I don't know who we'd give up to get him because our roster is kind of full. But I would take Norris because he's a defender. He's a defender. He's a shot blocker. He plays with energy. He's a rim runner. He sets good screens. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know who we give up for him. I don't know.
Well, I mean, ultimately, I think it probably would have to be draft compensation and some type of matching salary. So you got to look at people going out the door. If you get Nerlens Noel, it's possible you lose a Jackson Hayes if they don't want to take Devontae Graham. If we still shopping him, but I mean, it's the usual guys that we know they looking to move on from possibly.
DC, I know one time you were saying we needed another shooter, a 7-footer. Who you was talking about?
As far as a shooter?
Yeah, either a center.
I never. I always talked about centers in reference to like shot blockers, unless maybe I was talking about a specific dude. But I always looked at it like we got good defense. The Pels are a good defensive team.
You don't think we got something missing though, bro? You don't think we need another man for somebody missing?
I've been saying it since last year. I just felt like we need like a Nerlens Noel. Like I threw that name out there,
right,
several times. You know,
because see, when B.I. have a bad day,
that put fear into somebody when they coming into the paint.
Right, just like when B.I. got a bad day and CJ out. Well, we need somebody. You know what I'm saying? I
feel like we have that.
We have
offensively,
that.
Offensively, we got a bunch of guys. You saw what Trey Murphy did.
Zion is lazy to me, bro. I don't care what y'all say. Zion, that dude lazy, man.
I think
I thought he had his best defensive game I ever seen him have last game.
And he kept just standing up and shit.
What, standing up? Well, I don't know. I don't get that.
Man, I just like he was just standing just standing. You know what I'm saying? Running and
or he just standing still.
You see what I'm saying, Q?
No motion. Okay, I got you.
He is a little
Wallace was like, man, he's just standing there, man. He should be moving around.
Man, I'm hollering at this clown, man. You know, he supposed to be dominating, bro. Get the ball, just run it to the goal.
Oh no, that's not happening. They pack the paint. All 5 players are all eyes on him, so he can't get to the rim. So they're not allowing. So he took a lot of mid-range jump shots today. I was shocked, but they was not letting him get. They was not letting him get to the goal.
Right.
So
that's how you beat him, Jay Black. I mean, the thing is, Zion has to understand for him to, the adjustment is pack the paint against Zion. Right. Come to you. Because they're forcing him to be a mid shooter or take a 3 or work on his mid range. Hit that mid range. You got to work on that. That's a part of his game that he needs to improve upon. He hits that mid range there, and then even he's hitting a high clip on him, a high percentage of it. It forced that defense to come to him, and then once they do that, he can go drive right past him for the easy basket. So Zion Williamson, he got to work on this mid range. His mid-range game, that midi game is not there. He needs to take lessons from B.I., the mid-range master. So Zion Williamson need to get work with the midi master and get that together, because that's a big part of his game that he's lacking in.
I think Zion just is lacking in confidence from that area, because he has a nice turnaround fadeaway mid-range shot. And every time I saw him take it, he made it.
But he's not consistent. He don't do that in every game. He don't bring it every game.
Right. Not enough where it becomes a threat.
He can do it. He just doesn't have the confidence to continuously do it. Or maybe he just feel he don't have to. Because, I mean, the dude still is averaging 24 points on a season, if I'm not mistaken. Well, 23.1. Yeah, and that's all getting to the paint. So it's like they're still not stopping them. Every once in a while you have a game like this, but this is more of a blip on the radar than the normal thing you're seeing. How many games you think Zion gonna have a 14 points this season? And defenses try their best to lock him up, crowd the paint, do everything they could do. Now, what we saw when we had all our guys, it was beautiful. Zion let him pack the paint and he just kick it out. Whoever makes the play makes the play.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what
that's
shot.
great when everybody healthy. When you got CJ out there, you got Trey Murphy out there, you got Bi out there.
Yeah.
When the guys start falling down, or a guy like Devontae Graham finally cool off, it don't look the same.
Well,
So
yeah. Well, Trey Murphy had a bad 3-point shooting night. He was 1 for
right,
6. That's probably the big. And they was hitting all their threes. I mean, goddamn, they was hitting their threes. But I think that was predicated on our defense. We wasn't giving that much effort because we wasn't scoring the ball as much as we normally score. We used to scoring. It looked like our offense fueled our defense when it shouldn't be that way, though. Like, if we had Bi
What they
shoot,
shot from 3?
huh? He was 1 for 6. For
Oh, they
3.
shot 47% from 3
Oh
points.
yeah, them. Oh yeah, they was hot to the motherfucker. They were just shooting
Dang.
everything. It
Cause
was
them boys
actually
can come to play, man.
it was
they watched,
Dillon
like you
Brooks.
said, Jay Black. They watched the Celtics game plan,
That's it. And
and
they did
they
the
mimicked
same
it.
thing. That's
They
it.
mimicked it to a T, bro.
And the thing about that is our guards don't know how to communicate with each other on defense or screening for each other. That 1 second they could pick and pop, they could pick and dive. If you don't go with the diver, I pitch it to him. If the big man come, I pitch it to the corner. It's a lot of different actions that I seen. Oh, that Spain pick and roll.
Yep.
Gives us a goddamn problem. That gives us a goddamn problem all day long. So there's a certain what's the Celtics top? They run a strong action. One guy on the wing, another guy on the other wing. They got 2 people screening for somebody in the corner. He doing a curl to come around. Like they get, and then it makes our team our whole team needs to communicate, not just 1 or 2 people. So and I see that, like every time, like I see it too much. So they need to make an adjustment. Why they don't run that zone? They ran the zone 3 times in the game. That 3-2 zone. What happened to it? We stopped them every time we ran it. We didn't run it again after the second quarter. I'll be asking too many questions, man. That's crazy.
That's how you get the answers, my friend.
I don't think we run zone that often. Like we're not a zone team, so I don't think Willie feels confident in running zone that long. That's why you didn't see it. I mean, it was effective when we did run it, though. I would love to see zone more often.
Yeah,
He is slim. He got heavy feet, but that's okay because I'll take that for rim protection purposes. That's why I'd rather JV than Larry Nance, because Larry Nance is not that good when it comes to interior defense. He'll block a couple of shots, but I'd rather Big B make them change the shot altogether than just get the simple block. Because Larry Nance is not changing shots. He's going to get dunked on eventually.
But his speed, he gets to the play faster. So he got switchability. He can switch onto guard.
I know to stop the perimeter, which is the most important thing right now in the league, is stopping the perimeter shot.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think Big V should stay in the starting lineup. I like him in the starting. I don't know about putting him on the bench because I don't know how. He did work good last year. I think that was the year
That's
before.
what Memphis did with him.
Memphis
bro.
did. Yeah, they did do that.
They dominated like that. We got Larry Nance, so that's why I suggested it. If we didn't have Larry Nance, I would never suggest that. I mean, Big V is the top 6 center in the league.
Yeah.
It's just what he doesn't do well. I don't think we always put him in the best position to be able to cover that up with our starting lineup. Because if Zion had more Herb Jones in him, you know what I mean? Or if Zion could play defensively like we saw him play last game,
be good
all the time, then it would be better. We wouldn't be saying stuff like that. But Big V, man, when they run that drop coverage and got to put him in there, we trying to switch everything. I mean, they gonna exploit Big V. He just don't have the foot speed, and he's not capable in that way. But he's not a bad defensive center. It's just the scheme that we like to run. It don't fit. It don't fit.
He tries, man.
He does.
He tries. He really does.
Matter of fact, y'all might be right. You talking about Herb? You talking about Herb? So the
Yeah,
focal
you got defensive
offensively,
people to cover up his weaknesses.
yeah. And then you can run the offense through him.
Man, I've been saying this, bro, only because I watched Memphis do it and it worked to perfection.
Yeah.
Big V was putting up starters numbers on the bench.
Mm.
He was on the bench and he was averaging like 20 and 12 on the bench. Nothing tailed off as far as his production. You know what I mean? So if you could put two better defensive units, around our weaker defensive guys, man, we got a number one defense in the league, and then be up there, top 5, top 3, possibly with the offense. But
I think we was top 6. Oh, I think we was top 10.
We top 3 defensively right now. Well, before this game.
Yeah, before this game. Yeah. Oh man.
But it is still in the works, man. I mean, the Pelicans are a team that is a work in progress, no doubt about it. I mean, and that'll continue. But it's not like the Pelicans don't have the resources or the people on the team. They're very deep team with a lot of moving parts, and we looking for the right combination of people here. And that's what we was talking about, a team that this deep that can put 12, that can put 12 guys out there, having rotations where we can move guys around and get them in there. So, I mean, it's a lot of positives, despite the fact they got hammered tonight by the Grizzlies. Congratulations to the Grizzlies on that, because we shellacked this team 10 days earlier, and we'll get an opportunity to get back on them. But like I said before, this team is one of the teams that we'll be seeing as the Pelicans reach that level, that Western Conference level around there. You'll be seeing guys like the Memphis Grizzlies and the Denver clubs and all of these type of guys around that's in that stratosphere. We have to be able to take care of business against these teams. I'm fully confident in Willie Green to be able to make these adjustments. But it's this really nagging injuries of losing these guys. Just when you get them in there, you get a couple of games with them, and the next thing you know, some foolishness happened. Now the guy's out, might miss a few more games before he comes back in. If we can get a solid patch of games where we get all these guys out there at the same time on the court and work through, you'll really start to see some progress. So Pelicans still winning despite the fact that guys are coming in, guys are coming out. CJ been out for a couple of games. You got BI now stubbing his toe. We don't know how that's going to look. Hopefully it's not. We just got Zion back for a few games after him being out for. Yeah, it's guys in and out of the lineup, but the Pelicans are still winning with the guys that are there and still having some success. So, I mean, we're not number one in the Western Conference right now, but as you can see, the Pelicans sitting 4th at 11-8, and it's a stark contrast to what the hell they were last year. Let me tell you that. So, I mean, it's still a lot of positive stuff to talk about in terms of the Pelicans. I think they'll handle the business.
Do the Saints and the Pelicans share the same doctors? I hope not.
No.
No.
We got them Phoenix doctors. They came in 2 years ago, right?
Because you know how they did Michael Thomas with his damn toe.
Now did the Pelicans have this guy, what was his name? I forgot the man's name, but he came over from Phoenix. He was one of the guys that had a really great resume in helping older players avert
Aaron Nelson.
What's his name? Nelson?
Aaron Nelson.
Eric?
Okay.
Aaron.
Yeah, he changed the game on how they viewed injuries as far as coming back from ACLs and Achilles and all of that stuff, man. Shaq and a bunch of those other guys always ranted and raved about him as being the best.
Grant Hill, all of them, they talked about him and how he did out there in the desert. The Pelicans astutely went and got that, man. That was one of the first hires. Matter of fact, when Griffin took over the position, is that he made a really good hire in reaching out and grabbing that guy and bringing him here. So yeah, it's just unfortunate, all of the injuries that we have that's happening here. But let me tell you something, they're poised. The way they're constructed is if you have injuries like how we have to absorb the losses of CJ McCollum and BI and Zion, and the team just keep rolling out guys, whether it's Jose Alvarado or Dyson Daniels, rolling these guys out, and they having an impact. So, it's just it's a part of it's just a part of the NBA season. And of course, we're still not there. We still got like a month worth of games before the season turnover, and then that's when we start really looking at that thing. When we get into January, all up into February, that's when stuff start really getting serious. So right now, the Pelicans just learning right now with what they got. But trust and believe, with Willie on the top of this team will improve, man. They will improve.
So
Yeah, because Willie is not a loser like DA.
So
he's
I must mention his name.
Shout out
I
to
can't
Brother
stand
Thomas.
that dude, man.
Brother Thomas said, what y'all think about Jose Daniels, Trey, Larry, and Jax for our bench, the second line? Thank you, Brother Thomas.
That'll work.
That'll work, but I don't think he'll have two. He don't like running two bigs off the bench. So Jax ain't gonna play as the center. I like him playing. I don't know, that do work, but I think they're gonna have another guard with it.
Probably Najee Marshall.
Najee Marshall, yeah, or one of the starters that's hot, like Bi, Zion, or CJ. With a strong defensive unit, they keep one of the starters in. And then
I don't like Jax being out there, and I'm a Jax supporter. But Jackson Hayes has done nothing to show me that he deserves minutes right now in the rotation.
Is he hurt, DC?
Well,
I
think he's coming back from that injury. He's not hurt anymore, but I think it just might have messed him up off getting off to a good start. It obviously affected him, man. I mean, the brother's averaging 0 points, and every time we put him in, he's not really giving us anything.
No, he once he get in the game, he just shoots. He playing.
He missing. No, like, I mean, how you gonna jack up a 3-point shot, man, and you're not even getting minutes. You ain't even get warmed up. Like, you not Trey Murphy.
Because it's his contract year. It's his contract year. So I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna show. If it goes in, goes in. I'm not getting no minutes anyway. So I'm gonna jack that shot up. I see what he's doing, but the problem is Zion came back. That took his minutes, and Trey Murphy got crazy good at the end of the season. So those where his minutes was going, and we got
Well,
Larry
hold up, Jay Black.
Yeah,
I know very well that Jackson Hayes could have took those Najee Marshall minutes if he still played up to his level of expectation or what he's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? As much as I like Dyson Daniels, but if Jackson Hayes would have been what he was been last year, we wouldn't be seeing a lot of Dyson Daniels. They was gonna find a way to put him out there, but he's done nothing to show that he needs to be out there. He played no minutes.
You seen evidence last year, him playing with Big V, that our defense was a lot better. We was scoring, we was rebounding. We wasn't having these getting scored 131, 129, 100. We wasn't getting these numbers dropped on us like this. 132, and then we had a game just 2 games ago where 3 games ago when somebody dropped 100 and what? How much the Celtics dropped on us? I don't even know how much the Celtics dropped on us.
It was about the same.
117.
Pretty much looked like the same game, to be honest.
Matter of fact, for the last 10 games, except for the Golden State, where they had 83 and they had none of their starters, we give San Antonio scored 110. Motherfucking Memphis 132, 117. It's too many 117, 110 games. So we got to score 111 just to be winning. When that's not our calling card, when defense supposed to be at defense and plus them defensive rebounds. Zion ain't getting them defensive rebounds. He's getting rebounds. He ain't getting no, he don't get no blocks. His was highlights. And college,
you going left, OJ Black.
Go ahead.
You was making a case for Jackson Hayes.
Yeah, Jackson Hayes played better with Big V because he covers up for Big V faults. Okay. So when you pull Big V away from the rim, you got another rim protector and you got to do with length. So, and he
So
compliments his speed a lot.
who played better with Zion? Larry Nash?
Larry, no, Zion played good with all of them offensively. Defensively, he don't play that good with Big V because they got two of the same faults. If you got John Morant and he called up Jaren Jack for a high screen and roll or Steven Adams, I don't have to run a creative play because Big V, I gotta attack his feet. He's too slow side to side.
Right.
If you don't, and Herb is going to be the initial ball defender. So who is protecting the rim? Once you get past both of them, Herb is not there because he's got in the screen. You ain't getting around Steven Adams that easy. Big V, you beat him in his feet. Who is
That's
the
why I
next?
said we need another big.
Who is the next defender that stops that person from getting to that rim? Is it Brandon Ingram?
Should be.
He's all right.
That's why I said we need another big, man.
Sometimes
Something
you
missing.
ain't gonna get
Something
that.
missing.
No,
But I do agree with DC that Najee Marshall is not better than Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes is best. But right now, Jackson Hayes is not giving us diddly poop. So I really see Najee Marshall out there giving some defensive effort, giving some defensive spark. Because Jackson Hayes ain't no spark right now. He can be. When he get his dunking on, get his block on, he's a big spark for the team. But right now, Najee giving us that. What little he does give us a little spark.
I gotta see how what because Najee was playing bad today to me.
Yeah, but Najee does be playing bad. I'm not gonna say that either. He do be playing bad sometimes. Be like, damn, bro, what are you doing? Get him out the game.
But sometimes he's good defensively. But I just think Willie likes smaller people, faster up tempo. That's what he likes. He don't like Jackson ain't going. He even though Jackson's fast, but Jackson ain't defending centers. He don't like like I said with Anthony Davis when Anthony Davis was here. Anthony don't like playing the center. He like playing a power forward. Unless you got somebody that's a center that does a lot of the dirty work. He's a secondary dirty work guy. He could spot up and shoot here and there.
But check this out, Jay Black.
What?
We need a backup power forward. He could play backup power forward, but he's not executing anything correctly for Willie Green to even take him serious for him to get that. And I think that injury messed him up, throwed his rhythm off. Now he's pressing, coming out, like you said, the contract year, jacking up shots. I think every time he take one of them 3-pointers, Willie Green looking at him like, I'm about to put your ass back on the bench.
I'll put it right back on the bench.
Bury him on the
Right.
bench. That's where he at right now. He buried on the bench, and now it's not going to endear yourself to Willie Green jacking up 3-point shots and cold as a cucumber out there, man. Come on.
They want him to take those threes. I don't think they have a problem with him taking them. But I don't think they want him to take the threes like how he taking them.
No, man.
When they leave you wide open and it's an open shot, go ahead, take
he
one.
ain't shooting confident.
But don't be
threes,
going
man.
out there jacking up threes and people
Yeah.
facing out. You ain't B.I.
None of them shots he's shooting is confident shots. None of them.
Nah.
I mean, you look at the 3-pointers he took tonight, though, and none of those were shots like he knew they were going in. You know, I mean, he's literally buried on the bench. It's a lot of pressure on Jackson Hayes this year. This man's
Jackson Hayes took more 3-pointers, I guarantee you, this season than he got at shots in the paint, bro. That ain't gonna get you on the floor when you're
especially with Willie. I mean, you know how Willie's acumen is. You got to get on the floor. He wants to see you on the floor defense. He looks at the defense get you on there. That's why Dyson Daniels is obviously going to get a lot more minutes to play in there because that's his forte, playing defense. Willie loves that. Plus, he's a good facilitator. You know, so he can work everywhere else. I mean, look what happened with Herb Jones and several other Pelican players like Jose Alvarado. You look at the effort and their defensive acumen. Jackson Hayes had his perpetual history as a Pelican player is that he's a guy that's constantly has to be threatened for his position for him to improve. I mean, literally, his whole entire career as a Pelican was being forced and pushed by another player behind him to do it. He'll get some minutes and he'll slack off. Another guy will take it from him or be on his heels to take his minutes, and that'll force Jackson to step up. Last year was the first year in a long time that Jackson Hayes actually maintained a high level of basketball play with the Pelicans. Now, since his injury, he's finding it difficult. Why is it difficult? Because freaking Larry Nance. Larry Nance is a dude that's there, that's operating and doing the things that Willie likes to see. Now, he's undersized, but he gives you the effort. Remember we talked about Larry Nance. We called him what? A big Josh Hart? He plays just like Josh Hart. He's smart.
Ain't nothing too big or too small for Larry Nance.
Nothing. He does all of it. And he guards all these different positions. He switches well. He's smart. He's not perfect, but he's doing a lot of good things for the Pelicans. He's doing more than Jackson Hayes. Man, I got Jackson Hayes' goddamn statistics up on the screen right now, man. This is a top 10 pick back when he got picked up in 2019.
Man, how the hell you get 1.6 minutes, man? That's crazy.
Dude, right. I mean, right now he's averaging less than a minute. I mean, less than a point per game. 1.6 on the rebound. I mean, these stats are like.
Well, I mean, in a man defense, Big Q, he only getting 1 minute. So I guess he almost got 1 point.
In his defense, DC, a top 10 pick like Jackson Hayes, man, in his in the final year of his contract should be a lot further along than what he was. And then, of course, people will say, well, Q, he had all these bum ass coaches prior to him getting the real coaching.
I still like him, bro.
But still, I
still like him.
Man, you like him enough for him not to get traded before the deadline. You think he'd still be here?
I wouldn't trade him. I wouldn't trade him. But
you pushing for Orleans Noel. Where's Orleans Noel gonna play with Jackson Hayes, bro?
Somebody got to go.
GC, I've been saying all damn season. Orleans Noel, bro. But he gonna stop. You gonna stick with Jackson Hayes now? Where's how Jackson and Orleans Noel gonna split the ball? DC, talk to me now. Educate me.
You getting Orleans Noel? I understand that you only getting Orleans Noel for 1 season. I don't see us being able to keep that guy.
No.
I think he gonna come here for that money. He'll play good with us, and then he gonna be on the greener pastures, bro, to get paid. I think that brother, just looking at how his career went, Orleans Noel strikes me as the type of guy that's gonna want his money. And I don't think we're gonna open up that pocketbook. So my theory. And Nerlens Noel, all these defensive guys, I want as many guys around a guy like Jackson Hayes to motivate him, to push him. I think at some point, bro, that light switch gonna go on and it's gonna stay on with him because we see it go on, and he plays.
Larry Nance tried to doing that.
He's in the final year of his contract. When is the light gonna go on and stay on? It's been 4. I mean, bro, come on. It's a cutoff.
When do you see? When you see, he
you gonna give him his contract
bro.
until it's 50?
Hold
you
up,
gonna give him the contract?
He comfortable. When he see people don't want to pay him the money that he getting right now on his rookie contract, I think that's enough to turn that damn light switch on. When you sitting comfy cush getting 1 minute, you're getting paid $10 million a year.
So his motivation.
And nobody ain't gonna be paying $10 million a year, bro, to get 1 minute and 0.7 points.
This is your guy, Nerlens Noel's minutes up on it. This is his statistics up on the screen. 6'11", 220. Basically. Hold on, let me put him moving right here. All right, Jackson Hayes, 6'11", 220. Nerlens Noel, 6'11", 220. Nerlens Noel been in the league, since 2013. Averages just over 2 points a game, almost 4 rebounds per contest, right? Tonight against the Suns, they lost by 6. He had 1 rebound in the matchup, and he didn't really play that much, but he only played like a minute. He played like 2 minutes.
Well, they got a guy in Durham over there.
Yeah, I know.
That does everything that Nerlens Noel does. Like,
and Isaiah Stewart's
he's a better version of Nerlens Noel. Like, so he's in a situation where he can't get minutes.
I understand that. So what I'm saying is, your scenario, you're pushing for Jackson Hayes. You're talking about he's gonna have the light bulb to turn on, and then you're advocating and jeffing for Nerlens Noel. Which is it? How you gonna have
who do we trade though?
God damn it.
Who do we trade?
You're just trolling, not DC. You just outright trolling.
unless you're telling me you're gonna trade Garrett Temple or trade Devontae Graham.
Garrett Temple is the first person I would trade, but I know goddamn Pelicans ain't doing that.
I know.
That's all the time now. Trade him.
They're not doing that, man.
Better not get rid of no Graham.
it's only 3 people I see them trying to trade. That's Jackson Hayes, that's Garrett Temple, or that's Devontae Graham.
Devontae Graham ain't going nowhere. Let me tell you that now.
How you figure that?
I think
Why would
Graham
you
gone.
say
I
that?
think he the
Because
first to
of the
go.
2 games?
Man, I'm serious. They ain't gonna get rid of him.
I'm for him, but them 2 games he had, that's enough to cover up for all the complaining we did last year.
Yeah, he's a
All the
shooter.
complaining we he just
we
played good 2 games and that's it.
Brother,
Shoot,
why
ain't
would
he's
you
a shooter?
stop
They're not
He's a
getting rid of
shooter,
Graham.
player?
We ain't getting rid of the shooter though.
Nah, they ain't gonna get
Well,
rid of no shooter. That's
He a
what they
shooter,
need
he a
now.
freaky shooter, but
They need more shooters.
right now, Graham, let's look at it right now for this season. Graham's 3-point shooting. He's shooting 45.7% from the
Oh, that's
three-point line.
excellent. That's
yeah, but I mean, you
That's
got
what
to
he's
look
shooting.
at the last 2 games. What he was shooting before the
They come
last 2
hater,
games?
DC, I'm talking about over the
I'm
season
not
right
being
now.
a hater. I'm just being realistic. I like
He's
Devontae
shooting
Graham. I'm
if-
one of the people who
through
said
18
everybody wanted to trade him, and I said,
But-
nah, man.
but DC
We don't trade Devontae
let me give
Graham
you-
until
let
we
me-
see him play with Zion.
Let me give you the
Yeah,
stat line
that's
before you
right.
finish your commentary. Through 18 games, he played in 16, he averaging just over 16 minutes per contest. He's shooting roughly just over 43% from the
I
field.
mean, the man shot like
almost
80% from the 3 in like 2 games.
So he's shooting almost 46% from downtown.
Yeah, his percentage
right
gonna
now.
jump high as shit because of that.
Now he is having one of his worst free throw shooting years. His worst free throw shooting years currently is just 71.4 on this, but he averages 82.4 on his career. So yeah, he right now Graham is shooting the ball very well. To Brother Wallace's point, but the issue is you will want him to do that because it adds to his trade value. Because of course you got other guys that you're looking at with higher ceilings than Devontae Graham. KLJ is
I'm
another
not
guy
giving
right
up
now.
on KLJ, and and Dice got to get minutes.
DC don't want to give
at
up
some
on
point,
anybody.
Definitely
DC,
ain't
you
giving up.
goddamn right.
DC
Yeah,
don't want to give
yeah,
up
you
on
gotta give
nobody.
up somebody though.
DC wants
Nah, I
Nerlens
said,
Noel and all these other guys, and we're gonna trade Garrett Temple to get them.
Obviously, it's my man right there, bro. If I had to pick somebody in the pinch, it's gonna be Devontae, bro, because
He the number one guy. He
I
definitely
would.
won
I'll
the
trade Devontae
contract
before
and
Jackson
position.
Hayes, because Jackson Hayes, in my opinion, I think this could be a blessing in disguise for us if he pans out to be the player I think he could be. The Pelicans could get him for cheap. Devontae Graham is
he's
making
definitely gonna be cheap.
way too much money for what he's given us. Albeit, if we did get rid of him, we would be down a shooter, and we might want to try to pull off another trade and maybe get another shooter somewhere.
Bogdanovich?
Hope
What about
Kyra could do something.
Nah, Bogdanovich.
Well, Bogdanovich.
That's
All
a
right,
lot
we
of
get
money.
Bogdanovich and Nerlens Noel, and then we would have to get rid of Jackson, I guess, because you're not gonna be able to pull that trade off with just Devontae Graham.
I just remember Devontae Graham going for 2 for 8 from 3-point range so many nights last year. That's why I want to trade him still.
He went
I do not
6 for
forget
11
that.
in the last 2 games though. So
That's
they
cool. But
go.
I remember all those nights in the Pelicans post game report.
Boy, if Jackson Hayes was to go somewhere else, he'll be a beast.
We be pissed off.
Yeah. And
I
Graham.
think he
Graham's a
would too.
shooter. That boy
Like,
good.
we'll
I
be
like him,
damn,
bro.
we had that dude. The
I
dude
like-
was 7
I like-
feet,
I
bro.
like Nick Graham.
He run like a goddamn deer. You know what I'm saying? He take 3 dribbles and he could dunk from one end to the other.
Hey, he can fly.
He got ridiculous talent. It's just
Yes,
the
he
mental
does,
part of the
man.
game is missing for him. And he's
I
still
thought
figuring
him
that out.
and Zion was gonna be acting a fool on the court, bro, with all that dunking and shit.
They don't play
I
together.
don't-
They still can be, bro. They still can be.
They never play them together though. They don't never play them together.
Well, Jackson
Jackson
Hayes
ain't
is
he don't get no
dropping
play.
the ball. With every opportunity he get, bro, he's not doing anything that the coaches want him to do. That's why he ain't getting no business.
All right. Shout out to Brother Thomas with the super chat. He throws up Mo Bamba.
Appreciate you, Brother Thomas.
Mo Bamba?
He back on the trade block?
No,
Well,
I mean, didn't he
they
just start a
got so
contract?
many people there. They did some.
Yeah, they got
They
Bo
just
Bulls
drafted
now.
they just drafted the top dude from Duke.
That's right, T. Don't
They
forget
re-signed him, bro. They gave him a good ass contract.
You
But
got two
DC,
people on that team.
I remember you used to always say we is so deep. Who gonna guard us and all of this type of shit? How the hell we losing, man?
Come on, bro. What you think we gonna be undefeated, brother?
Well, you give me hope when I hear you and Q talk, bro. I listen to y'all deep,
DC don't
man.
want to give up nobody. DC
So
trying to come
Mo
out.
Bamba, what's
Jackson
Mo
Yeah,
Bamba practice?
and look, Q, he don't stand up for it at all, D.
Nope.
What y'all want us to win every game?
Yeah,
Hell
I mean
yeah!
that's how you sound. So I'm just trying to before I start battling. I'm trying to
Sometimes
figure out what I'm fighting.
but sometimes that's how I phrase my commentary at DC because sometimes I be knowing DC be trolling. That's how
Man, I don't be trolling, man. What
you ain't trolling. You ain't trolling over this Jackson earlier. You advocating Jackson Hayes. Love Jackson Hayes, man. Jackson
No,
Hayes,
I like Jackson Hayes, bro. I'm
and then
not.
next thing you know, we need to go and get Nerlens Noel. DC, they the same size. They play the same position. Plus, you have Larry.
He sound worse than Jackson Hayes. You ask me. Well, Q just read.
Overall,
how they gonna share minutes?
He would be a worse player overall because he's older. You know what I'm saying? He can't do
why you call it for
what Jackson Hayes could do offensively.
But he's a good defensive.
He can
block
rebound
shots.
and he can block. He's probably one of the best that you could get that can do that. And that's what we need. We need some help there.
We don't need to go get Nerlens Noels if we got Jackson Hayes. How are we gonna keep both of them? That's not practical, is what I'm saying, sir.
Unless we trade Garrett Temple.
It don't take much to get Nerlens Noel. It ain't like it's hard to get him.
Draft compensation and Garrett Temple would do it. They do it.
Garrett Temple is.
They want a second round pick for Nerlens Noel, man. That's all they probably want.
That's all they want is a second round pick.
It could be like the number 60 pick.
Garrett Temple is averaging 3 points a game. Jackson Hayes is averaging less than 1 point a game.
Nah, but how many minutes is Garrett Temple getting?
So points is everything, bro.
Nah,
obviously tonight it would have helped to have some more points, wouldn't you say?
Oh my God,
I know that's right.
You saw Jared Temple out there. He ain't help at all with them 3 points.
Who's Jared Temple?
Garrett Temple, whatever.
No, Garrett Temple was playing good.
The suit man.
He played good tonight, man.
The suit man.
The suit man.
Man, always disrespect.
The Baton Rouge suit man.
Garrett Temple played good tonight. That fourth quarter he played good. Let me see.
DC, I don't want to make you mad, bro, but you do look like your boy By Marley's son, bro.
There you go.
I've been hearing that for the last 10 years.
Man, you look just like him, dog. I ain't lying, bro.
Hey, I go in the Jamaican spots, bro. They be giving me all type of food and everything, man. I be happy with it, bro.
See,
I ain't mad.
Let me hear you say.
It could be worse. They could say I look like Hitler or something. Bob Marley was a good dude.
Backlog, whatever they be saying. Let me hear you say that, dog.
Bumba
Clock, yeah.
Bumba
Oh shit.
Need some kind of laugh, man.
Oh shit.
But say Brian George, y'all fellas, bro. I always watch y'all. Y'all know that, bro. I'm a bug on out on y'all, man, and happy holidays, bro.
Happy holidays,
brother. Glad you came through, man.
That's right. All right, Big Q. And look, who that, baby? Because we're gonna win Sunday, bro. And look, I'm gonna get back on the show, Q, when you have it for Sunday, and I'm gonna tell you. Didn't I told you we was gonna win? Believe that. And I ain't drunk neither.
Okay. Okay.
All right, big brother. Y'all be cool, man. All right, later.
Shut up. All right, that's Brother Wallace chiming in this thing, man. Appreciate that, brother, for stopping by, man. And as well. All right, fam, we're gonna get ready to kind of wind it down,
before we go out.
Yeah,
the plus minus for Zion is negative 32.
Yeah, that was tonight.
Oh my God. All right. And the Dyson Daniels is positive 18.
Mm-hmm.
So that's saying, listen, that defense
that's in the game tonight.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying they better put some better defenders around Zion, so he can be more effective.
Like I said, bro, everybody might disagree with me, but I think they drafted Dyson Daniels to eventually be the point guard of the future for us.
I don't got no problem with that.
I think that's the thing. I think Kyra is
expendable,
fit somewhere in there. You know, as far as our backup point guard, Jose, you kind of play him all over the place. I mean, he's technically a point guard, but do you really have to play Jose at point guard?
Yes, he's height. You haven't played a
I
point
seen him.
guard.
I done seen him guard two guards like bigger than him and be giving them hell.
Yeah, but
I'm not really tripping on him with height. Now, certain players, I'm not gonna put the man on DeRozan and shit like that, But
if
he's
you
like
play,
Patrick Beverly, man. You just put him out there.
he's better. He's a little better than Pat.
But you
Pat
get
couldn't
what I'm
shoot.
you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Like
Pat-
they
I got
have
you.
Patrick Beverly out there and they got a point guard already out there.
You're right. But nah. He what point guard? You saying KLJ and Jose together?
Have we ever seen it?
Oh no, because no one he don't. Well, he'd do that.
We can't shoot it down if we ain't seen it. So if you got them two with Herb and you got Trey, it's a different type of lineup, bro. But you never know what that shit could be. Or like a lot of times they made reference to Dyson Daniels being able to guard fours.
Yeah, he could guard damn near anything except for
And
foul.
they've been working on Trey being able to guard centers. You know what I mean? So we got a lot of different variations of stuff going on, man. Don't have me keep going. I could go on all night about it. You know what I mean? Because this is a living roster.
Oh, yeah, we should go out on that.
That sounds terrible, man. You can see DC out of practice.
All right, sharing is caring, man. Sharing is caring.
ESPN
I got a
can
cold,
flock
man.
with us over here at the Pelican postgame report.
Sharing is caring.
Go, J Black, finish your thought, bro. We'll go to brother Trey, and he'll finish his thought. Then we'll close the stream, my brother.
Yeah. I finished the thought with sharing is caring. That's it.
Sharing is caring. You hear me?
There you go. That's it. Nothing else is more than that. Happy holidays.
Same to you, my brother. Thank you.
Trey.
Black.
All right.
Floor is yours,
I just wanted to say ESPN can't flock with us over here at the Pelican postgame report. Go Pels, baby. It's always good to hear from Brother Wallace and Jay Black. I love hearing y'all on the Pelican postgame.
All right, Trey.
Thank you, brother Trey. Much love to you too, bro. Appreciate you. Always full support the flock, the Great Saint Think Tank. We in this thing, man. Shout out to the fam. Please feel free to smash the like button, family. Hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber, and feel free to share the show's stream on your social media feed. We up in this thing, man. It was fun talking to the family tonight, man. We ain't open the phone lines, and it was good to be able to hear from you guys tonight. Got a lot of good talking on the Pelicans. Shout out to the family members with the super chats up in this thing as well. Pelicans go down, man. Big to the Grizzlies tonight. Season series at 1-1. We will see the OKC Thunder next week, Monday. Matter of fact, I think it's a 7:00 tip-off time, Central Time. And we're going to run this thing. We got to run it back, smash the OKC Thunder. Then behind them, we got the Toronto Raptors in that thing too. So we got a busy week next week coming up. And actually this upcoming week worth the games for the Pelicans is going to be really interesting. But we got to handle the business, man. If we see ourselves as the top flight team in there, we got to beat some of these teams that come rolling up in here. So next week starts off Monday, OKC and Toronto will be home. Wednesday will be the Toronto match up there here. Friday at San Antonio, and then Sunday against Denver. So that's the 4 games we got coming up next week. Got to handle the business. All right, so with that being said, we're going to creep out on that. Much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all, man, for being this. Wasn't a win tonight, man, but still in all, man, we up in this thing. We're going to keep it a positive. We got a lot of season left to go, and Coach Willie will whip these boys into shape. So from me and DC, we thank you guys for chiming in. Happy Thanksgiving up in that thing, and we're going to holler at y'all on the next one. Go Pels.
Go Pels.
Check out the Pro Shop. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. Check out the Pro Shop and Who That too. TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for